4-year-old Nneka in the serene village of Nkalu was filled with joy and warmth, thanks to her mother's loving presence and her father's kind nature. They shared tender moments, like bedtime stories and sweet songs under the stars, making her early years blissful. Nneka was a beacon of beauty and grace in the serene village of Nkalu. With her radiant smile and ebony skin, she was adored by all who knew her. However, tragedy struck early in her life when her mother suddenly passed away when she was just 6 years old, casting a dark shadow over her world and turning her once lively home into a place of sorrow and loss. The village mourned with her and her father, and young Nneka clung to the memories of her mother's warmth and love. Her father, Nneka and Nkolika, after mourning for a few months, felt it was necessary to give Nneka a new mother, hoping to restore some happiness to their lives. Unfortunately, the reverse was the case, as the arrival of her stepmother Adaugo brought more sadness into Nneka's life. Before the year went by, through Adaugo came Nneka's stepsister Nkolika. As a teenager, Nkolika, though beautiful, was envious of Nneka's charm and the love she received from the villagers. As the years passed, Nneka's life became increasingly difficult. Adaugo and Nkolika made it their mission to make her. Adaugo will force her to do all the household chores, hawk fruits all sunny and rainy days, farm large portions of land, denied her food even though it was Nneka who prepared it. Nneka and Nkolika, under Adaugo's manipulation, turned a blind eye to Nneka's plight. Despite the relentless torment, Nneka remained resilient and humble. Her hard work and perseverance only fueled Nkolika's jealousy. Nkolika spread rumors about Nneka, hoping to tarnish her reputation, but the villagers continued to admire Nneka for her unwavering spirit. During one of her many ordeals, she met Chima, an orphan and a successful trader from another village with several apprentices. Her beauty and resilience immediately struck Chima. They began to talk, and Nneka found solace in his kindness. Although she never told him of the cruel treatment she receives from her family, it was obvious to all. Chima would pay farmers to do Nneka's farm work while he spent time with her and never forgot to gift her beautiful beads and wrappers, which her stepmother eventually seized. Over time, their bond grew stronger, and they fell deeply in love. For the first time in years, she felt a glimmer of hope. She dreamed of a future with Chima, away from the cruelty of her stepmother and stepsister. However, Adaugo and Nkolika, driven by jealousy and spite, had other plans. Chima, deeply in love with Nneka, proposed marriage to her. He officially paid a courtesy visit to her family with her permission, and the ceremony date was fixed. The news spread around the entire village and everyone celebrated in anticipation with great joy. They believed she deserved all the happiness in the world. The marriage ceremony was grand, filled with music, dance, and traditional rites. Nneka looked stunning in her colorful attire, her happiness evident to all. Chima vowed to protect and cherish her, and the elders blessed the couple. The villagers rejoiced, celebrating the union of two kindred souls. Chima, once a successful trader, suddenly found his business faltering. Goods that once sold quickly now remained on his shelves, and trusted business partners turned away. These misfortunes bore heavily on him, and he became increasingly resentful. Chima's once gentle demeanor turned cold and harsh, especially towards Nneka, whom he began to unfairly blame for his troubles. Adaugo, after manipulating Chima's business, saw this as an opportunity and began whispering in Chima's ear, planting seeds of doubt and suspicion. She suggested that Nneka was cursed and the source of his woes. She then advised him to visit his village seer for guidance, after which she quickly met and ensured that the seer do her bidding by prophesying that Nkolika would bring him good fortune. Believing the seer's words and being manipulated by Adaugo's deceit, Chima became convinced that marrying Nkolika would save his business. Driven by Adaugo's manipulation, Chima abandoned Nneka and agreed to marry Nkolika, believing it would turn his fortunes around. Life in her new home was a continuation of her past suffering. Nkolika, now Chima's wife, took every opportunity to torment Nneka. Chima, blinded by the spells and manipulation, ignored Nneka's cries for help. She endured the physical and emotional abuse, her spirit growing weaker each day. Even after marrying Nkolika, there was no change in Chima's business as promised. Instead, the villagers began to whisper about Nkolika's problem. It wasn't long before the rumors reached Chima. He confronted Nkolika, but of course she denied it. Few months into the marriage, Adaugo abandoned her husband to reside with her daughter, subsequently enchanting her son-in-law, Chima, with a spell, ensuring he had no say in his home. Adaugo and Nkolika took over his business, enjoying all the proceeds alone while Chima became a shadow of his former self. Nneka's situation worsened. She was sent to stay in the storage hut, where she suffered Nkolika and Adaugo's cruelty knew no bounds. They enjoyed the wealth that rightfully belonged to Chima, while Nneka was left to endure unimaginable suffering, enduring the torment in silence, her heart heavy with despair. She clung to the memories of her love for Chima, hoping against hope that her Chima would one day see through the deceit and rescue her from this living nightmare. Despite her own hardships, Nneka's love for Chima remained unwavering. Every night, she sneaked into his sleeping place to feed him whatever food she got from working on other people's farmlands. She bathed him and prayed for his deliverance, her heart breaking each time she saw him in such a pitiful state. Unable to bear it any longer, Nneka went to the village elders, tears streaming down her face. She pleaded for their help to save her husband from the evil clutches of her stepmother and sister. She also informed them of the village priest's involvement. The elders, moved by her desperation and unwavering love, decided to investigate further. The elders of the village had long suspected that something was amiss. They knew Chima to be a man of integrity and kindness, and his drastic behavior change, followed by his total absence from all village activities, including his trading, was suspicious. The elders had been wary of Adaugo and Nkolika's influence but were cautious due to their cunning nature. However, Nneka's heartfelt plea pushed them to act. They decided to uncover the truth and free Chima from whatever evil hold was placed upon him. Their suspicions of Adaugo and Nkolika's treachery were about to be confirmed. Determined to uncover the truth, they selected a volunteer, Ike, from among them, a courageous soul willing to traverse several forests and rivers in search of answers. Ike embarked on a perilous journey, facing dangers at every turn, but fueled by the urgency of the situation and the desire to help their beloved kin. After days of travel, battling through dense forests and treacherous waters, he finally reached a wise seer known for her ability to unravel the mysteries of the unseen. With great humility and reverence, he pleaded for guidance, sharing the troubling tale of Chima's misfortunes. The seer, with eyes that seemed to pierce through the veil of deceit, listened intently to his account. Through her ancient wisdom and divine insight, she uncovered the dark magic that had ensnared Chima's household, revealing the sinister plot orchestrated by Adaugo and Nkolika. From attacking his business, to manipulating and possessing his mind. She revealed that only a specific cleansing ritual could break the first phase of the spell. She reached out to a god containing a powerful substance that had to be administered to Chima by a member of his kin who was deemed faultless. This kin had to carry the god without it touching the ground and administer the substance while Chima slept. His partial cure must remain a secret until the gods break final phase of the spell possessing him. The young man, chosen for his purity and integrity, was fortified with traditional prayers and rituals as instructed by the seer to ensure the success of the cleansing. He approached the task with a heavy heart, knowing the consequences of failure. As night fell, he entered Chima's home, the weight of the task heavy on his shoulders. The silence of the night amplified the tension. He moved carefully, ensuring the god never touched the ground. Adaugo and Nkolika, sensing something amiss, stirred in their sleep, adding to the suspense. He reached Chima's sleeping side and began administering the cleansing substance. The air was thick with anticipation. Chima stirred but remained asleep, the substance working its magic. Just as the ritual neared completion, a noise from outside startled the hymn. He almost dropped the god but managed to catch it just in time, and concluded the process, his heart pounding. The next morning, the village was abuzz with news of Nkolika's She had been caught in an herself and her family. Adaugo screamed and fell to the ground and suddenly went blind upon setting eyes on Chima. Nkolika was also surprised at Chima's state of normalcy. The villagers, already suspicious of her and Adaugo, were now convinced of their treachery. The revelation broke the final charm, unlocking the mysteries that shrouded their lives. Chima, now free from the enchantment, was filled with remorse. He walked towards Nneka, realizing the extent of her fell on his knees, and begged her for forgiveness. Blind Adaugo and Nkolika were cast out of the village after confessing their evil deeds. Enraged by their village seer's betrayal, the villagers sought him out for questioning. As he got wave of the happenings, in a panic, trying to flee, attempted to escape through a dense forest, he tripped and fell, meeting his end at the hands of nature which seemed to conspire against him. His fate served as a grim reminder of the consequences of deceit and betrayal. And so, with the truth unveiled and the spells broken, Chima and Nneka found themselves on the path to healing and reconciliation. Nneka, though scarred by her experiences, forgave Chima. They decided to start anew, building their future together with the unwavering support of their kin and the wisdom of their ancestors. Nneka's strength and resilience were celebrated, and she became a symbol of hope and perseverance, reminding everyone that light and truth would always prevail no matter how dark the times.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories.